Kia orana. My name is Kate Walker. Paul, Paula, Julie and I are travelling to Aitutaki to search for their World War I soldiers. Yeah, we're still in the CICC church grounds here on Aitutaki, and we have seen photos of this soldier here. He was in the 5th contingent. Uanga Kore, Te Atamira, Uanga Kore, known as Makireri Tata. Born 12th of January 1899, passed away 3rd of May 1989, aged 90 years. That's amazing. And it just says it's a beautiful headstone. Scholar of St Stephen's College, pioneer of radio telegraphy in the Cook Islands, ex-serviceman of World War I, remembered by his loving wife, and it goes on to children and great children. So we'll GPS this soldier now.
This is Corporal Kete Manu, Cook Islands contingent, on the 5th contingent. Died on the 11th of January 1938, 47 years old. He's located at Cenotaph, CICC Church, in Arutanga. It says over here on Howard's book, he was in the 5th contingent, enlisted in Rarotonga on the 28th October 1918. And discharged on the 13/11/1918 at Cenotaph camp. Died at Aitutaki, and then here is the stone. The stone is actually it's been broken into 2 parts, and whoever did this did a mighty good thing to put them all together. He was only enlisted for 16 days and later discharged in New Zealand. So this Baba has no number, as you can see, because he's in the 5th contingent. He was enlisted, but never went to war. But he never went to war. So we call it, he's one of the home guards, home service. Yeah. This is our 7th soldier for today, and there's another 2 across the road, up the hill. Hopefully there will be 3 by the time we get there.
Take your bag in your hand, or I can get behind you and push you over.
In the book under teacher.
Someone has redone these headstones, which is great. It looks like, I wonder if that's a memorial beside his military headstone.
Must be the wife.
Oh, it's his wife. You've been up here.
And here we have Lance Corporal Tatoa Kaora. He was born here in Aitutaki and passed away here in Aitutaki. Once again, in the 5th contingent, enlisted in Rarotonga around October 1918. The war ended on the 11th of November 1918, and he was discharged at Narrow Neck in New Zealand on the 13th of November 1918. So here we have another World War I veteran from the 5th contingent, and passed away here on Aitutaki back in 1931. Went off to war, but didn't quite get there because the war ended before he was taken overseas. Only made it as far as Narrow Neck in New Zealand.
Ko Tamaru ko tungan, Tamaru Maga Joseph. Jokungai.
Karoka ia koe te aka ki te mei ko ai wai te au toka vai au runga ko nei.
Te ye ko nei, ngomatang. Te ye raro nei. Te rei uta tuire ngo te toa kaora. Te ye raro ko nei re ngo tiki tena. Te ye ko nei mei.
Ko e te rere tangata.
Ko pura o ki tōna ingoa. Pura.
Are e arena te te vai au ea.
Mo te akaro ki tai mai ke tōna po ki tana ānau. Ti Australia rā, te karanga mai e. Kaere mai ko pātū, ka rai ere mai ke te pātū. Tōko rai rā, ko ta, te rei tuo, whāniora. Ki tēnā ka papa kirēn tiri re ngōku. Tōko papa kirēn tiri.
So mama e toru vai au I runga kone. E toru.
E toru o ki wai au. Te o pō ki wai au te.
E ato upiri anga ki a rātou.
Tōku piri anga ki a rātou. Tōku papa. E rātou, tēne e tuakana rātou. Tēne tuakana rātou.
Ko e tō papa?
Tōku papa, ko makea. Makea Joseph.
E ia o matai si te
Warunga oru maono ko matai si te taim.
Kia ora ana, tōku ingoa ko John Purua. E moko punao nā tamatuari ki te mati wakene. Nā, tēnā te uianga te uia mai. Tō runga I te mitotani te tuporo. E toko toro ki rātou. Ko matangi te tuporo mo te tai. Te tai e te rai a papa kaora mā. Ko te rere ko te koro ki wānanga. Ko te mitotani e hano I ai ke Aitutaki nei. Nā rā ko te tonga I tōna rana. Tupu mai ai I rarata. Nā te tuatau rā ki mati e tanu katoa I ai rarata. E me ko ki te tātou te tuanga kāinga I koe te Sun Havens I Arorang. Toko mna ko tēnā e wata tātou ki Petera, me kāre ko Petera rai te ingoe te oire. Tanu I ai ki rere, te matai ti 2013, I mana kono ko I ai kia kōki mai ai ke take. Nā rā, mua ka rā koe tā kōki mai e. Ua, ko iri a moe I o ki tā anta te tai mokopuna. Mana koe kia kōki mai ke take ni. Ko mātou rere tonu ngai tia pai rere mai. Tā mai rā ko mātou ki Aitutaki ni. E tuanga pure tā te kōputanga te irau. Rawe katoa I tiri te tuanga pure e rungai te marae. Ko I oku ko kaute. Te paranga I a kaute ko te ngai. Te ngai no noanga no te aretau. Noroto mai rira rātou I a te paki te ngā I kāpua I a mai. Ko tōna ngā I a ngāro ko tanu I rā ai kuta I te rungai kaute. I te pai rai I tōna ngā protest. E kura katoa tōna kōputanga. E karongono ana rā o ki o rira I a kawāna rai o ki tia tangata. Tā te tai pai rongo I ki te iai I rarotonga ko pula te tai noa. Tōna tanu I angoke. Tāru I ai kote te waka. Nā te rarotonga o Aitutaki rai ti e arua I amani. Kua akapapanga rātou aroto I kirikiri ere o aroto. Kia uaka mai rā mātou te warua. Tiroto tōna ko papai te waka te ngā e tāru ia. Te tai o remains ere ona te wai ere rarai. I think he's been down there for almost 100 years. I raro I tō wanga ere. Ko tōna puoki rera, tōna ingoa e tōna otara I runga. Ko akaniki ia te rera ki Awanao. Ko te arepure o te ngatangia, across the road, I open section o te re, ti rera tō tokara te ngai mai. O moero no moero o te kāinga I rera.
You've got to look for, you know, particularly these born, 1890s would mean that 1885, 90, they may have enlisted, particularly because there was so many, the 4th and 5th contingents, which was the end of the war basically. Mana. So this is the Catholic burial ground, Paula. This is the Catholic burial ground.
I'm not sure.
You think it is?
Yeah, it is. It is.
There doesn't seem to be very many graves in here then.
No. There's about a few old graves over here.
There's no older ones up the back? No. Okay.
Hello? Anybody home?
Hang on, Manuela.
Isaiah. Yeah. Private.
Yeah,
5th contingent.
Isaiah, but watch this. Now it says,
Kita Manuela. 5th contingent.
have a look in there. It's number 10. And
Manuel.
I is what is on.
Manuel I.
So Howard's book says L. Says El Manuela.
El Manuela. Ko papa Isaiah Manuela te mate ichi itara rongo matoru chiurai tai tau chi niwa anere angoru maonu e papa ru o te no mama china te vano i te cho te cho kone ko tama ine cho ine te vano e me cho tan te no ka o kuraro te vano to me cho vai ne te papa me ku angai ai e Isaiah Manuel iraro kone te toka e kite mene ko to ko te cho ine te o china te vano tamariki wa e tanu ia e raro ko to nei ngo ko no orare te vano Si tai cho ne mato i te matara i kone te api o te Araura College. Si Araura ne mato. Ngā tu e Araura te te ingo Aitutaki e oire rea te iru te kone to ne ingo ko Araura.
We arrived on Aitutaki at about 11:15 a.m. this morning, and we came to the beautiful Aitutaki Lagoon Resort where we're staying in sponsored accommodation, and we dropped our luggage and we were back on the road searching for soldiers within about 12 midday, 12:30, and we have documented in GPS 10 soldiers so far. We've also seen several more, but it did start raining, so we've retired for the day. So that's the end of day one. We've located 10 soldiers, and hopefully tomorrow will be another successful day. Maybe, who knows, we might find 20. So we'll see how we go tomorrow. So it's day 2 of our soldier search. We're a bit late to get started because there was a pretty big storm with lightning, and we want to make it back home safely. So we thought we might just now go and visit. I think were we going to see Galen at the school to give them a book, Howard Waddell's book, Soldiers from the Pacific. It's a signed copy, and it's our gift to the school library from our team. Yeah, so it's still raining, but we're just going to see what happens as the day progresses. Hopefully this rain will clear.
And we'll probably just go around and see if we can find any headstones by the side of the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Just mark it down, and when the sun
Paul
comes
can
out.
be the official umbrella holder for Julie, so her camera doesn't get wet. Sounds like a plan.
What do you think about that, Paul?
Yeah, I can hold an umbrella really well.
It's good driving a car too.
Just got to watch these puddles on the side of the road.
Te puka. E puka muna te nori te taku papa mutu te era te tamakianga mua na Howard Wadau te puka I tata. While we are on the journey of looking for the Aitutaki soldiers, not only Aitutaki plus the other Mangaya, Achu, next year will be Moke. We've been working alongside with Howard Wadau, and that's why all the information keeps coming. But not only Howard Wadau, but the community too. So for us to go into the islands to search all these soldiers, it's really a privilege to work with Howard Wadau and also with Bobby Nicholas in New Zealand, our main research person. We started in 2016 when we got a cemetery. So this book is going out to the school. We believe it will help the school, and also on our Facebook. There's a lot of information on their Facebook that will really help your students.
But this is a great resource because it does run through the history of the Cook Islands, and it's also with Niue and Tonga, I believe. It explains on the back, the Pacific Islands. But I think the best thing about it is, and Howard knows that some are missing, but it runs through the history here. But then at the back, you have the names. It's a really good resource, and the soldiers that we're searching for will be in here as well. So it's a really great reference manual for anybody in the school who's interested. Quite confident it will be very useful. So thank you very much for this. You're welcome. Overwhelmed. Blessed to be included in your visit. So thank you for stopping in.
And here we are, even in the worst of weather. The grave hunters, the headstone hunters are out searching. Found the headstone of Isaac Solomona. He's buried here with his wife. He was one of the first contingent. Is that correct? Yes, first contingent. And even though it's pouring with rain, they're still searching and GPSing.
Agaramene koto ko Papa John kainu ko teo. Kare ona service number no te mea te roto te 5th contingent. Ko te teo Papa are I kari tuone te numero o te tato World War I soldiers no te mea. Aero tupa ki nutireni ki enlistia ko akamutu tamaki. Nere ko ki mai te Papa ki kone e tengo oru mai wa no mata iti enlistia ai. I te rā tengo oru maono o aukite te tau tini iwa anere e waru. O te mataiti te ano e tia Papa. Te mataiti mate te Papa ra itu no mati. Te tau tini iwa anere e torungo oru marua. Are mātoro ta mātou pinga no runga I te Papa te rau. Me ko tanu I ai ki kone ka re tangata I nguti arene e te aki te mai e. Me ko tanu I ai ki kone te rau ti kone tona toka aga marang.
Apa. A-P-A.
Papa apa kurariki.
They spell wrong the kurariki.
Yeah, there's so many that are wrong.
Instead of kurariki, but it's all right.
Yeah, but it's not really. It's not really.
74 years old. Te Papa re e Papa rua o te no tautan. Ko te rā re tautan re ko re te ngai tanu I ai. Ko papa apa kura riki te ia. I runga tono toka te karanga i arana e ko kura riko.
Kurariko.
I ruto te puka a Howard Waddell.
It's
Tona surname, tona ingoa
Kurariki. I
mea
think that's the
ko apa.
Kurariki.
Ko apa me ko apa.
Apa.
Ko apa.
Yeah. Say that's another A,
Ai.
beside.
Ai.
Instead of one
ai.
A.
E i tungo ruma a matai so te papa. I matia ngai te rā tengo ruma rua no tepe tema. Ta ita o tini. Iwa anere e ono ngō ruma rima. Te matai te e ruma e tātou. Nā tātou re tātou e akatere. I raro i te akatere anga papa arapati enere. Ko ara ora o ki te rā tō. Te tō e re. Ko tōne ko aratea. Ko aratea te tō. Ti roto nei te papa te oire ko aratea.
We are at the Vaipai CICC churchyard, and there's 2 soldiers in here. This one is in the 4th contingent, Matarua Na'a, and the other soldier up here is in the 5th. Na'a, Matarua, 84511, Cook Islands, Aitutaki, 4th Rarotongan contingent, listed at Rarotonga, 12th of April 1918, discharged 7th of the 12th 1918. Died in Aitutaki, 22nd of July 1934 of pleurisy. So that's this soldier here. There's brothers, we think, in the 5th contingent. We have the surname as Titoru. This is one. We only had the letter Andrews Howard N, so it's Natena. There's nothing in here about him. So we'll need to find, it's just saying that he was in the 5th contingent, which basically, when they arrived in New Zealand, the war ended and they came back home. Titoru, yeah, his first name starts with a T. So hopefully, if this is the village that they were in, he's here somewhere. But we do believe that the names are around the wrong way, and there's a lot of that in with these soldiers' graves. So, but as long as they have the main details correct, I guess. Spelling is important. Simple, but it's beautiful, you know. I like these red pews as well. They're very nice. Love it. Very nice.
Te aratea mātou te te, akarane mātou te toko i konei, toko akamaranga te ia. Te akatū ia e akamaranga i tō mātou ui tupuna au metua au taiake e tā mātou au tamariki te moe ki aratea no te tākore ia tō rātou au menema i te rā wono o titema taitau tini iwa anere e ono ngoru mā etu. Pene e ko tāria te tairoto. These two are part of the 55 list that we were looking for. Buried here in Aitutaki.
I wonder where they're buried though.
It's 84531 and 84515.
See, that one is is that a young person, that one? I think this one is 57.
Age 16?
Oh yeah. I remember one of them is
16?
one of them is a young.
He died of tuberculosis.
Oh.
That's why. Tuberculosis, he got it from when he went to war. Yeah. We found a soldier in Aratea. He's amongst those who, in 1967, there's a memorial somewhere around in Vaipai, going towards the other side. There's a memorial standing over there which actually says in Maori that there was some kind of cemetery removal. To our assumption was it could be one of the soldiers that's been among the 1967 they were cleared. Apart from our searching this afternoon, Kate was walking down towards further away, about 100 meters away where the memorial is, and there it is. Tari has been found. He is actually being found. So he's one of the soldiers that we are really searching for on Aitutaki. Why? Because Aitutaki's got 2 soldiers that's been listed on the Commonwealth War Grave soldiers.
Well, these 2 headstones over here, a few years back, I remember Mum used to tell us stories about this land here. This land used to be a burial ground. When we were little, I think I must have been about 2 years old, and we used to help Mum and Dad clean up the place and pick up bones and pick up all the gold tooth. And from there, when with the bones, what we did was we put them in half a canoe that we found on that side there. I think during that time, when you bury your dead, you bury them in half a canoe. That's what Mum was saying. I'm not certain about that, but just going by what Mum was saying. And so these 2 headstones came across, and it's been sitting here all this time. It's been here for a long time. I've just recently wanted to find the owners of the headstones or the family. I'm glad that these guys are here to do something about these headstones. The 2 names on this headstone deserve some acknowledgements of what they've done, in the war. This is Aratea. This is Aratea in between Vaipai and Araura.
So today we found 14. Out of the 14, the most important thing is we found Taria. Hopefully tomorrow we will find our other Commonwealth War Graves Commission soldier, 60653, which is Private Barnaba Tipi. He's buried somewhere in Amuri. We're about in Amuri. Hopefully we will find the answer tomorrow.